Hello and welcome to my storm channel, J Foster WX. We're excited to talk to you today about what we've got coming up. So this channel is dedicated to live storm chasing, and what we're going to try to do is to create a virtual storm chasing experience for you, right? And we'll do that by showing you what we're looking at, where we're trying to locate ourselves. I will post a video early in the day that uh, that will show you radar maps, and we'll talk about where we're located currently, where we're looking to go given the radar data that we're seeing and other data that we're looking at. And then that video will be posted. And then later in the afternoon, when we start the live stream, we'll go back over that. Well, here's where we are now, right? Here's why we are here, and off we go. Or where we'll be going down the road, and here's where we're headed, and here's why we're headed there. So if we'll stop at times, pull over to the side of the road, say, let's look at these maps, right? And talk to you guys a little bit more about what we're looking at and why and what the possibilities are. And and then we look forward to hopefully finding a few tornadoes. So certainly some great weather, and a tornado or two is all in the cards. So we're excited about that. We're excited about the upcoming 2026 season. So let me start and introduce myself. I'm James Foster. I've been storm chasing for 25 years, right? And 25 years ago, storm chasing was quite a bit different than it is today. 25 years ago, you had a cell phone in your vehicle that worked sometimes, right? A pretty sizable brick kind of phone or something like that. The phone that I had, I could plug it into an antenna that I would go outside and look for signal. And those calls, I was generally making those calls to the National Weather Service, because back in those days when you saw a tornado, you would call it directly into the National Weather Service. Today, there's so many people out, and there's so many videos being shown and tweets going on, that the National Weather Service is keeping up on that. But it was important back in those days. In today's world, right, you'll have a Starlink high-speed internet in your truck. You'll have a high-powered laptop that's got 2 or 3 screens connected to it. I'm describing basically my truck. I've got 2 phones that are going, that I'm watching radar maps, and I'm watching my location. And so there's a lot going on in today's world, but it does make it quite a bit more effective, right? Back in the old days, it was quite a bit more difficult. You really had to kind of eyeball them and understand what you're looking at visually, because once you got around those storms, then that was the only thing you had. So let's talk again about how this will work. So the morning of the chase, I will post a video, as I mentioned previously. I will post a video saying, here's where we're at, here's where we're going, and then we'll start the chase. And at the beginning of the chase, we'll talk about where we are and where we're going and why we're going there. Trying to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. You can start sending messages in, start messaging on the platform to talk to us about what you're thinking, or ask questions about why we're headed where we are or what we're doing, and then we'll try to regularly review that, right? Even going down the road, we'll switch to radars. Here's what we got on the radar. Here's what we're seeing here. We'll try to do that as effectively as we can going down the road, right? So I'm excited that you're considering joining me on the road. Look forward to it. And so subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you'll get notifications when we hit the road and when we post videos in the morning. And then and as a subscriber, you'll be able to then use the chat, right? So we're looking forward to it. And if you're watching this video today, which is April 15th, 2026, then we are hitting the road this afternoon, and we're headed to basically just south of Kansas City and a little bit west into Kansas to start the day. So that's the setup for today. And it looks like it could be a moderate day with, obviously some potential to be for stronger storms. And then certainly will be Friday looks like a bigger day in this whole area, so we'll be chasing on Friday again. So thank you for joining the channel. We look forward to seeing you on the road.